Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. Sadly, I do not have any new games to discuss because I've basically just been playing Zelda this whole week. I'd like to say I'm making progress towards beating Ganon, but Ganon is like not even on my radar. I'm literally just running around and doing side quests, and like I'm either deliberately looking for a side quest to do, or I'm just wandering off into an area to see what I discover. Whether I find a shrine, some Korok seeds, whatever. A side quest, a new one, I don't know. It's also funny because I've accidentally completed some side quests. Like I went up into the mountains to line up these trees as part of a puzzle for a shrine quest, and as I was making my way up the mountain, I saw a cave opening that was blocked by bombable rocks, so I blew that up, and ta-da, I found a shrine, and I went, woohoo, I found a shrine, awesome. And as I went into the shrine, it was like, you have completed that shrine quest. And I said, alright, I guess I don't have to worry about doing the thing with the trees. But that's the thing, like I sort of accidentally, like I also did another one of the labyrinths where I was running around on the top of the labyrinth because it's easier, and looking down and seeing, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, well, there's like that corruption goo, but I couldn't find the eyeball to get rid of it. And I'm sure that if you go through the labyrinth on foot normally on the ground, and you know, you'll eventually work your way around all the corruption and find the eyeball, kill it, and then it'll zap away, and then you can just go straight through to the shrine. But what happened was, I saw some corruption, I said, alright, let me land. Couldn't find it, went back up again, looked around in another section, and I was like, alright, let me jump down here and see. Couldn't find the eyeball stalk, and then, lo and behold, I was like, okay, what's in here? And I go in here, and I'm like, oh, it's the shrine. So I'm not destroying the corruption in that labyrinth, unfortunately, because I got the shrine and that's all I want. I did see some weapons floating in the goo, but I don't think they're probably that amazing. I have other amazing weapons. It's fine. But I have been doing. I feel like I am still making. I do still. It's funny because with open world games, you do these side quests and you don't really feel like you're making progress. But in Zelda, in Breath of the Wild, I feel like I'm finding these shrines, which is helping me to get more heart containers or better armor or whatever. So I do feel like I'm making progress in the game as a whole and working towards eventually beating Ganon. Like, I found the 4th fairy fountain finally, which was very exciting until I found out that she wanted 10k. I'm like, 10,000 rupees, oh my god, what the hell, it's so expensive. Why is everything so expensive? And I immediately regretted buying the house at that point. But I was able to sell all my gems, so that I was able to, I actually ended up with like 11 or 12,000 rupees, so I was able to go back there, pay her off. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to upgrade any of my armor because the Hylian armor that I've been using for most of the game, that's my most upgraded outfit. I need a lot of amber now in order to get the final upgrade on those. And unfortunately I just sold all my amber to pay to open up the fairy fountain, so I have to go do some more mining and killing some stone taluses. But it's fine. And I did buy that house, which was great, except that then there was no furniture, and all he wanted to do was buy build weapon mounts for me. And I did everything. I built the bed, I built the outside, and then finally I'm like, fine. I built a couple of weapon mounts because a friend of mine was like, oh yeah, I like to store the champion weapons there so I don't use them. Which is actually a nice idea, because they aren't like that powerful, and I like the idea of displaying the champion weapons and not actually using them, because I already broke the Goron weapon, and I should probably fix that and then go display it. But once you do buy all of the things that he can build, he then throws in a bunch of furniture, so now my house actually looks like a house, which is nice. But I don't want to try to go for Ganon, A, because I still don't think that I have the best armor and enough hearts and whatever, but also because I want to explore more of the world and do more side questy things, and it's super fun. A, because I don't want it to end because it's super fun, and B, because then I have nothing else to play on my Switch. Because, segue, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct last week where they showed off a bunch of upcoming games, and I was actually kind of underwhelmed, sadly. Interestingly, the 3DS stuff seemed more intriguing to me. Like that RPG Maker Fest, I was like, oh, this is intriguing. You can make your own RPG, and that's really, and share it online, and your friends can play it, and that's really cool. But I'm going to stop myself right there, because those kinds of, like, game-building games, like, I don't have the patience for that. That's why I've never played Little Big Planet. I don't like Minecraft, like, stuff where you have to build the game. I just want to play the game. I want to explore and adventure, and I don't want to have to, like, make things. Like, it's a great idea, and I would totally buy it and start to make a game, and, like, immediately get, you know, like, I would just get bored, and I would be like, oh, I'll finish it later. And I would never finish my RPG, and it would be very sad, because I think it might be fun. And then there's that Miitopia game, which is, like, this weird, like, RPG with your Mii characters, which looks like it might be kind of entertaining and fun, and a little bit weird, but fun. And I'm also interested in Ever Oasis, because that looks really cool. The problem is that I have trouble saying, oh, I should totally get a new 3DS game, because I still never finished Popolacroy. Like, that just never happened. I'm not even sure how close to the end I was when I just sort of stopped playing it, because all I play on my 3DS now is Animal Crossing, because I've been playing Zelda and such. But then, the Switch games, I was, like, kind of disappointed. Like, I know that Mario Kart 8 is coming out, like, in a week, and everybody's all excited for Mario Kart 8. But I'm gonna try not to buy it, because I bought Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, because everybody was all excited, and everybody's like, oh, we can race online, it'll be super fun. And so I bought it, and, I mean, I played it. I even ended up, in the end, I got the DLC, I bought the DLC for, like, the Zelda tracks and the Animal Crossing tracks, because Animal Crossing is, I have to have everything Animal Crossing. But I don't know if I really want to play that on my Switch again, because I'm just like, I'm not big into racing games. And it's the same thing where, like, ARMS looks really cool, and it looks like a lot of fun, but I'm not really into fighting games either. So that's also not that appealing to me, and I feel like I'll be buying it because I will feel obligated because it's the big Switch release and everyone else is playing it and I should buy it so I can play it with them. But also, I'm not big on multiplayer, online multiplayer, because I'm not terribly good at the games, so for me, playing against my friends online is not always fun because I tend to lose a lot, so that tends to not be kind of very fun. Because my friends will all be way better at games than me. But also, like, I totally get Nintendo's, like, online gaming perspective. Like, it took them, everybody complained because it took them so long to get online. And Nintendo's viewpoint was they want you to play these multiplayer games like Mario Kart, or Smash Brothers, or Mario Party. They want you to play them with your friends all in the same room, watching the same TV. And you're all sitting together, because that's way more fun, because then you can talk, you can smack talk, you can laugh and have a great time, and it's a party. Whereas when you're playing online, and especially with Nintendo, there is no microphone support, so there is no in-game communication, because they're afraid people are going to, like, curse and attack children and stuff, so they have to be on the safe side. But by not having this communication, it makes games not as much fun. And even when I play, like, I remember, like, playing Mass Effect 3, and the only reason I played Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was because it helps you to get a better ending. And I was always overjoyed when I would see that certain people that I was playing with, randos on the internet, that some people would have their microphones on and there you could strategize and help each other out and whatever. Because 99% of the times people just mute their microphones and they're just playing. And what's the point of that? You might as well be playing with online. You're not playing with people. You might as well be playing with AI bots. You know, you're not playing against a person because there's no communication with them. Like, that helps, you know. But I'm not really into it. Like, Splatoon, I played a lot of multiplayer Splatoon. But that still wasn't great because you can't strategize with your teammates, you know. And so I am interested in Splatoon 2. I don't actually know if that's going to have communication, a microphone. I would expect not, because in keeping with Nintendo's whole online gaming perspective, I don't expect it, and it kind of irks me, but that I'm still tempted to get. And I was intrigued by the Salmon Run gameplay that they demoed in the Direct, because it's like a new thing where you and your teammates, you know, battling against a common enemy, and that's kind of fun. It's slightly different, although it is, you know, shooting and killing and attacking and whatever, which is not what I like about Splatoon, because what I like about Splatoon was that it turned the online shooter on its head, because you're not meant to go after the other team, you're meant to just paint. So while other people would be shooting each other, I would just be running around being ignored and like painting large swaths of the arena, and then I would not have the most kills, but I would have a decent amount of painted ground, so that was kind of fun. So I will probably be getting Splatoon 2 on the Switch when it comes out, but I'm less enthusiastic about Mario Kart 8 or ARMS. What I want are some nice immersive adventure games or RPGs, you know, like The Legend of Zelda. But Skyrim's not coming out until like Christmas. For whatever reason, they're releasing Payback 2 on the Switch, and I'm just like, why? It's a really unusual choice. I am not opposed to bringing back like 3 or 4 year old games and porting them onto the Switch. I'm excited for Skyrim to have a portable Skyrim that I can take with me wherever I go. That'll be super awesome. But you also have to remember that like multi-platform games don't always come to Nintendo. They'll be on Xbox and PlayStation and PC, but not always Nintendo. So there's a bunch of Nintendo fans who only have Nintendo systems and never got to play a lot of these other games. Like when they put the Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U, that was the first time that some Nintendo fans got to enjoy Mass Effect. So for me, I don't mind if you want to take a 3 or 4 year old game and port it onto the Switch. That's cool, as long as it's something that I'm interested in. I'm not necessarily interested in Payback 2. You want to port like Grand Theft Auto 5? I haven't played that. I would totally play that. You know, like a Rockstar open world game or a BioWare open world game. Not Dragon Age, because I actually did play Dragon Age, but the most recent one. But like, put like a Grand Theft Auto 5 or a Red Dead Revolution, like something like that. Put it out on the Switch, and I would actually be tempted to pick it up again, just because it would be an immersive open world adventure game that I can play, and I can play it wherever and whenever, because it's portable. Like, I want these games portable. That's the big draw for the Switch for me, is playing these things portably. I've said it a billion times, and I will probably continue saying it. So that's it for this week. I had something else I want to talk about, but I'm actually going to save that for next time, because it's like a whole topic that's going to take up too much time, and I feel like I've already gone on way too long. So that's it for me this week, and I hope you all enjoy your Mario Kart, because I will not be talking about Mario Kart next week. At least I shouldn't be. Unless I do get suckered into buying it, in which case then, yeah, come back next time and I'll talk about Mario Kart. Probably not. Bye!